Welcome to another Farming Simulator 19 Basics video. I'm Nick and I'm doing the Farming Simulator 19 Beginner's Guide for all the new players out there. The game is on PlayStation Plus this month, so yeah, there's going to be a lot of people out there wondering how to do one or two different things. Now, if you're on Xbox or PC, all this information is still relevant, so you are more than welcome to stick around. If you're experienced, you probably know most of this, so yeah, but you're also welcome to stick around as well. Now, biogas plant. To use anything on the biogas plant, you must first buy it. Apart from the lime station here, you can buy lime from there whether you own the biogas plant or not. Now, if you're on Ravenport, the biogas plant is going to cost you $769,872. Whereas if you're on Felsbrunn, it's only going to cost you $564,384. I say only. Both of those are quite a large amount of money, but if you do buy the biogas plant and you use it correctly, you will make your money back quite quickly. Okay, so we've looked at the lime station back there, but the main area of the biogas plant, or the BGA, is this area that we are just in right now. So first of all, you have two large bunker silos. This is where you make loose silage. More of that in just a moment. You've got your processing area, which is just here. If you tip your silage, your grass, your hay, your manure or your slurry into there, it will be processed, and by processing in there, we get a byproduct which is called digestate, and that will end up in this tank here. And the digestate is absolutely free, so you sell to the biogas plant by putting things into there, and as well as the money you get, you also get digestate, which you can basically put into a slurry tank and a slurry spreader, and yeah, use it as a fertilizer. Okay, so to the silage, we're going to quickly go over how to make silage in these bunker silos. You need to put chaff or grass into here and compact it, and yeah, then you blanket it and it will turn to silage after about 24 hours. But you don't just chuck it in there any old how. Let's just have a quick look at how to do it at first. So over there, in fact, yeah, there we go. We've got a cornfield here. I've got the forage harvester. Obviously I need to get the correct header. I'm going to set off a worker there. Now he won't do anything until the trailer is within working distance of his pipe there. But instead of, as with a combine harvester where it spits the loose straw out of the back and keeps the crop, what this forage harvester is doing is basically chopping up the whole crop and spitting it into the trailer, and that is what we call the chaff. Okay, so that is one way of making chaff, and that is you get more chaff for your from the crop than you do with the grass. The best thing with the grass, though, even though you're getting less of it than you do with the corn, you've got a plant that regrows here. You do not have to replant it. So yeah, that's why I like to use the grass. You can also use oats, wheat and barley. You can chop that up, but again, you'd have to replant that, whereas with the grass you don't. Okay, so let's get this turned on, and we're just picking up the grass out we've already cut here with the loading trailer. Once we've got that full, and there we go, straight into the biogas plant, to the bunker silo. There we go, and R1L1 triangle, and we are tipping it. Now we want to move along this area in a nice steady speed, try to get it nice and smooth. What we want to avoid is what I'm doing right now. I've just stopped there to give you an example really, but that's what you want to try and avoid. It would be too easy there when you're trying to smooth this out to get your vehicle beached on that big mound there. I should be able to sort it out though. Now, earlier it did say that the chaff was 100% compacted and it was ready to be blanketed. No longer says that, it just says compacting 93%, and we've got 59,222 litres of chaff in there. So officially you really need to use a leveler. I've got one just here, but you don't actually really need it as long as you're using a vehicle with nice wide tyres, as I've got here, double tyres. The bigger the better really. If you try using narrow tyres or something like that, you're going to come up with all sorts of problems. So we'll just drive into the silo, lower the leveler, and you'll see straight away it's just spreading it out for me. And yeah, I'm going to get stuck there because of that big mound. So yeah, you want to avoid that like I said earlier. So like I said, I don't really need this leveler, so I'm going to take that off. A lot of people, including myself, find it easier without the leveler, to tell you the truth. But I just wanted to show you that, because if you read any of the official stuff on it in the help guide, it says to use a leveler. So yeah, that's why I showed you that. But as you can see, I'm actually doing better without the leveler there. I'm just going straight over it. You've got to be careful there. There is a chance of beaching yourself, having all four wheels spinning around in midair, and you're going to end up with all sorts of problems if that happens. But what I'm trying to do is just get it compacted to 100% and leveled out as much as possible. Now, if I was going to try and fill this silo, I would really need to level that big lump out there. But as I'm not putting any more in, that will actually do. It says I've got 100% there, so I'm happy with that. So it's giving me the prompt to blanket the silo with L3 again, so I will do that. And we are 12 game hours later, and as you can see, it now says fermenting silage 100%. So yeah, that's great. I can now blanket the silo, open the silo by pressing L3, and we will have silage there. However, I don't want to record at night, and it's a beautiful new day, and here we go. So open silo, L3, and there we go. We've got our silage there, which we can now use to feed the cows, or make TMR to feed the cows as well, or we can sell it to the BGA here. Now, before I show you how to get it in there, I'm just going to quickly say, yeah, you can also sell bales here. The only difference with bales and everything else is the bales, instead of putting them into the squared off area, you put them straight into the processor. If you put them into the squared off area, nothing's going to happen. If I put them in there, there you go. So I've just sold those to the BGA. Now, just here, that's the indicator to how much we've got in there. When that gets up to 50,000, that's as much as that processor will take. So if you're actually tipping into there, it will stop tipping at 50,000, and you'll have to come back to it as it's going down. As you can see, it's going down quite quickly. So, and obviously if you've got it on a faster time, I'm only on real time at the moment. If you've got that on times 5, times 15, 30, 60, especially 120, that capacity will fly down. Okay, so I'm going to get these conveyor belts set up, and I'll be back to you in just a moment. Okay, so here's our conveyor belt setup. I'll just quickly show you those in the shop. In trailers and tools, there you've got the belt systems right at the end. We're using the one here, the Lizard S710, and that's got to be the one that is actually picking up off the ground. Then the next one along is the TC8016, and the one that is actually tipping into the processing area is the SL8022 there. Okay, so all we need to do once we've got them set up is you enter them like any other vehicle. There we go. And turn belt on, and that should be picking up. Yes, it is. It's picking up and it's going along the conveyor belt, and anytime soon it will reach the end and start going into the processor there. And there we go. And as you can see, it is going up there. Now, because we've got it on real time, it's going to catch up with the 50,000 capacity, so it'll keep stop and starting again. Okay, so that's one way of getting the silage into the processor. This here, it has got quite a large area that it will cover before it stops. When it stops, you just need to reset everything and go again. Sometimes having the conveyor belt from one end to the other, although it's great and you can leave them and go off and do your own thing, sometimes they do have a bit of a mind of their own, and they can do a stop-start thing whenever they want, and sometimes they don't start again, so you've got to come back, got to keep coming back and checking them. So another way of doing it is, as you can see, I've got the belts turned on there. I've taken the middle one away, and I'm just using the pickup one and the offloading one at the end and putting it into a trailer. Again, I can just leave that. It will stop when there's nothing to tip into, and don't worry about it overfilling, because it won't do. It will just stop when the trailer is full, and you just drive into the marked off area and tip away. And yeah, that's the second way of getting it in there. And the last way I'm going to talk about is the good old manual way. We've got a telehandler. Sorry, there it is. A telehandler. You can use a wheel loader. You can use a front loader attachment on a tractor. Anything that you can get a bucket on there. And there we go. The only thing about this way is you've got to literally do the job completely yourself, and you can't leave it whilst you go off and do something else. But yeah, that's another way of doing it. This bucket here that I'm using is a mod. It's a really good mod. I'm real sorry, I forget the modder of it right now, but if you look in the mod hub, it's there. It's called the lightweight bucket, and it's got a huge capacity. As you can see, we're on 7,899 litre capacity there. Well, actually, we're only on 99% full. So there you go. It makes any job that you need to use a bucket for much, much quicker than the tiny capacities on the in-game ones. So there you go. That's the biogas plant. Now, one more thing. Some people say, is it worth it? Is it actually worth buying the biogas plant? You can get these bunker silos. I'll show you. Under silos there, you can get the bunker silos. These are all regular in-game ones. They're not modded or anything there. You can buy small, medium or large, and you can buy small, medium or large double silos. There are modded ones. I think I've got some here, some bunker silos, small and medium there, modded ones. There's quite a few of them on the mod hub, and you can sell loose to the barn. So yeah, okay, the BGA isn't 100% necessary, but the good things about it are the price is stable. If you have a look under the prices here, let's go to the end where everything is for the... It doesn't want to move. Why is it not moving? There we go. So we've got the silage, the grass, the hay, manure and slurry which we can sell at the biogas plant. Well, first of all, you can only sell it at the manure and slurry at the biogas plant, but with the silage, the hay and the grass, those prices that you see will not change no matter how much you sell. If you were to try to sell to the barn, well, you can see the price there. It's quite a lot less. It's already 108 less than at the biogas plant. I'm talking the silage here. But if you sell a few 100,000 litres of silage to the barn, that price is just going to plummet and keep going down to the absolute minimum that it can sell it for. Whereas at the biogas plant, that price, $360 per 1,000 litres, is not going to change no matter what. Same for the grass, same for the hay. So that's one good thing about the biogas plant. But the other one, as we've already mentioned, is the digestate. You don't get digestate anywhere else. So if you want some free fertilizer, forgot that, I couldn't think of the word then, sorry. If you want free fertilizer, the only way of doing it is by buying the biogas plant and selling your silage here. So let's just hook up to that there and start filling. There you go, digestate. We've got a lot of digestate in there right now. Just to give you a rough idea of how much you will get, I sold 564,698 litres of silage to the biogas plant, and I received 225,199 litres of digestate. Also, I sold the silage for $202,679. So I've made over $200,000. I've got over 200,000 litres of digestate, and that is absolutely great. One more thing that I haven't mentioned yet: when you do sell to the biogas plant, don't expect to see the money go up straight away. You will get that money into your account at midnight, so don't worry about that. At midnight it just comes up there, biogas plant, $200,000, $300,000, whatever it is that you've made. Now if you think about it, 500,000 was not very full there. You can get a lot of silage in here, so if you fill one of these up and then sell it to the biogas plant, you are going to make an absolute fortune, and you're going to make your money back from the purchase of the biogas. Let me try and say that properly. The biogas plant very, very quickly. Guys, that's about it for today. I hope you've got something from this video, and I'm going to be putting more videos out there in the very near future, so keep an eye out for those. If you're not subscribed already, you might want to think about doing so and turning on notifications so you don't miss any of those videos. Guys, thanks very much for watching. Have an amazing day.